Hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to the forum JCE Connect. So in the last session, we had solved one problem. We had discussed about the strut member used in as a compression member in truss elements. Okay, single angle truss, single angle strut member or double angle. We had discussed the clauses over a strut member. Okay, and we have gone through the difference in the behavior of the single angle strut, and also we had discussed the behavior of the double angle strut according to the clauses of IS 800 2007, and we had solved one problem over a single angle strut loaded through one leg, that is eccentrically loaded, not concentric. Okay, so after that, in today's session we'll solve one problem and we'll study the behavior of the angle strut, that is double angle strut, when connected opposite side of the gusset plate and same side of the gusset plate. Understood? When it is connected on opposite side of the gusset plate, two angles back to back connected on opposite side of the gusset plate, again two angles connected back to back same side of the gusset plate. Okay, so we'll discuss over that. So now I'll read out the statement here. Okay, so the given statement is like, calculate the strength of discontinuous strut of length 3.2 meter. The strut consists of two unequal angles, 100 by 75 by 8, 100 mm by 75 mm by 8 mm, with long legs are connected, means 100 mm legs is connected and 75 mm leg is outstanding. It is mentioned here, with long legs are connected and placed, first case, on opposite side of gusset plate, that is first case. Second case, on one side of gusset plate. So we have to find out the design compressive strength of double angle strut for a length of 3.2 meter of size 100 mm by 75 mm by 8 mm when the 100 mm leg is connected to gusset plate and it is placed for two conditions, that is opposite side of the gusset plate and one side of the gusset plate. So we'll start with the solution now. Okay, so the first condition will take up for the solution. So first condition, what it is given, on opposite side of the gusset plate. So you can see here I have drawn a sketch. So these are the angles 100 by 75 by 8, in that the 100 mm leg. So this leg is, so from here to here if you measure, this leg is 100 mm and this leg, the outstanding edge, this is 75. So one 100 mm leg is connected and the 75 mm leg is outstanding and the thickness of the leg is 8 mm. Okay, so as I told you in the last class, when double angle connected back to back on opposite side of the gusset plate, I'll just show you the clause once again. Okay, so here as I told you, this is the clause. Okay, double angle strut, discontinuous, opposite side of the gusset plate. So that time you have to use the effective length factor, you have to calculate by using K is equal to 0.7 to 0.85. So you can use 0.7 to 0.85 times the length of the member. Okay, understood? So here, so before that, I'll note down the properties from the steel table. Okay, so area is 2672 mm square. Okay, and here as it is connected on opposite side of the gusset plate, you have to use R minimum not is equal to RVV. You cannot use R minimum is equal to RVV. So R minimum will be least of RXX and RYY. Why? Because it is a symmetrical about one axis, and if I transfer a load here, so load will be transferred to the both this thing. So we have to use R minimum equal to RXX by minimum of RXX and RYY. So इसके लिए आपको क्या करना होगा, you have to refer again steel table. Okay, you have to refer the properties of two unequal angles back to back. Maybe on page number 25. Okay, for this steel table. Okay, you can find in your steel table also. You have to refer properties of two angles, not one angle. Properties of two unequal angle back to back. Okay, so our angle is 100 by 75 by 8. So here it is, I can show it here. Okay, so our it is, you can check here, it is 100 by 75 by 8. And you go and you have to note down the properties all. So we have got the area as it is here 2672 mm square, and so on. You have to go there, and the important is regarding the radius of gyration RXX and RYY. Okay, so here RXX is directly you can note down from this. You have to go back here, and I think you have got RXX as 32 point RXX is okay 31.4, that is 3.14. You can see here this value is 3.14. And for RYY, ये देखो यहाँ पे दिया है radius of gyration YY, that is distance back to back of angles in centimeter. You have to refer distance back to back. Okay, तो आपको यहाँ पे क्या रेफर करना है, distance between the two angle. So 0 mm, 6 mm, 1 centimeter and 14 mm, 18 mm. अभी हमारा एंगल है 8 mm. Our angle is 8 mm. So you have to interpolate between 6 and 8, 6 and 10. 6 के लिए अगर ये वैल्यू है, 10 के लिए ये वैल्यू है, तो 8 के लिए क्या होगी. Okay, so here it is, you have to note down these two, okay, or you can go for higher side, that is 32.2. Don't waste time you to interpolate again. तो आप क्या करोगे, you go for higher, that is 10, so that is 32.2. okay, so I'll note down the properties. तो आपको क्या रेफर करना है, you have to go here properties for two unequal angles back to back. Okay, understood? So I'll note down. So RXX will get it as, and RYY, RXX will get it as 31.4 mm, RYY will get it as 32.2 mm. So therefore R minimum is 31.4 mm. R minimum is 31.4 mm. Understood? And also effective length as per clause number 7.5.2, page 48, page number 48. So you have to assume K is equal to 0.7 to 0.85 times. You have to use K is equal to 0.7 to 0.85 times. Okay, so I'll take it as K is equal to 0.85. You can use 0.7 to 0.85. I'll use 0.85. So therefore KL is equal to, that is effective length, LE, 0.85 times the length is 3200 mm. So we got it as this as 2720 mm. Got it as 2720 mm. Okay, so therefore slenderness ratio lambda is equal to KL by R minimum. slenderness ratio lambda is equal to KL by R minimum is equal to 86.62. You get lambda is equal to 86.62. Understood? So then what you have to do? So we have to find out the value of FCD based on the value of KL by R minimum. So we have got it as KL by R minimum is equal to 86.62, and for Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square. Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, and as angle section, so the buckling class will be C. Angles for angle section, it is buckling class C. So you have to go to, therefore, by table number 9C, you have to find out FCD. Okay, तो आपको क्या करना है? You have to go to table number 9C, 9C here, and you have to find out the values for FCD. So यहाँ पे वैल्यू दिया है KL by R, so it is between 80 and 90. You have to interpolate between, because our value is 86.62, so you have to interpolate between 80 and 90, and it is 250. So between 136 and 121 we have to interpolate. Okay, so I'll note down these values first. Okay, so I'll note down the values first. So KL by R is 80 and 90. So and the value for that, it is 80 is 136, and 90 it is 121. Okay, and the value for this thing is you have to find out 86.62. you have to interpolate for 86.62, and you have to find out the value of FCD. So after interpolation, you will get this value as 126.02 Newton per mm square. Okay, 126.02 Newton per mm square. So therefore PD is equal to, again, FCD into AE. FCD is 126.02 into AE is 2672. So 2672. So we will get this value as 336.84 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. That is 336.84 kilonewton. PD is. Okay, this is regarding this. Okay, understood? This is regarding when the two angle section placed back to back on opposite side of the gusset plate. Okay, so the next case is on same side of the gusset plate. When you use both the angles, you can see here, यहाँ पे दो एंगल है, दोनों एंगल मिलके एक ही साइड को अटैच हुआ है. So that is on same side of the gusset plate, that is 100 by 75 by 8, and these are the gusset plate. Okay, so we'll see the solution here. Okay, so here it is again as per the IS 800 clause. Okay, you have to use it is again when it is connected on same side of the gusset plate, so it is again the loaded through one leg. It is again loaded through one leg. So we have to refer the clauses as for single angle only. Okay, consider as single angle only, that is loaded through one leg, when the two angles connected on same side, so that time you have to follow the procedure as for single angle loaded through one leg. Okay, but there is a small this thing here. So for referring the properties, okay, from steel table, again you will get area is equal to 2672 mm square, but value of R value of R. For single angle loaded through one leg, we have to use R minimum is equal to RVV. We have used R minimum is equal to RVV, but here R minimum is nothing but again list of RXX and RYY. List of RXX and RYY. And these two values, okay, these two values we have to refer for single angle. You have to refer for single angle, not for double angle, for single angle. Okay, so I'll note down RXX is equal to 31.4 mm, RYY is equal to 21.8 mm. Okay, so therefore R minimum is equal to 21.8 mm. R minimum is equal to 21.8 mm. Okay. So therefore effective length lambda is equal to LE. Effective length L is equal to K into L. So that is 0.85 times again 3200. So we will get this is as 2720 mm LE. Okay. So therefore lambda is equal to L by R minimum. So that is LE. So 2720 R minimum is 21.8. Okay, so we'll get this as 124.77. Lambda is equal to 124.77. Okay, understood. So again you have to go back to table number 9C. Now from table number 9C, for Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square. For Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, you have to interpolate and you have to find out the value of FCD. So we will get it as 71.216 Newton per mm square. 71.216 Newton per mm square. So therefore design compressive load PD is given as AE into FCD. AE into FCD. That is area is 2672. FCD is 71.216. So we'll get the SPD as 211.66 kilonewton. So that is PD. Okay, so this is regarding the design compressive load if you use two angles on same side of the gusset plate. If you use both the angles on same side of the gusset plate. Okay, so we'll just see the difference. अभी इस केस में कितना है हमको 211. So but if you use the opposite side, how much you got? If I use on the opposite, so we got 336, means there is a increasing force of 100 kilonewton. If you use double angle on opposite side of the gusset plate, so that time it will be increasing the force of 100 kilonewton. Understood? So it is better to provide two angles back to back on opposite side of the gusset plate to improve the design compressive load or to improve the performance of the member or the connection. Okay, understood? So this is regarding today's session, how to calculate the design compressive load for two conditions what we have discussed. So you go through, and the important here is the picking of the values from the steel table. Okay, and if you do any mistake, then you will lose your marks. Okay, so important here is the values what you picking up from the steel table, that is main is radius of gyration rxx, ryy or r minimum ultimately, and after that the interpolating for value of FCD from table number 9C of IS 800 2007. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay.